Good morning. We have arrived at Brisbane and we have cleared the customs without any issues, but we have met our first challenge of the day, which is to pick up our rental car because our rental car is not directly at the airport and we have to take a shuttle bus. But we can't call the number that is posted on their website for the shuttle bus to come. So we are a bit lost now as to what we're supposed to do. Trying to figure it out. Keep you updated. Hi guys.
Welcome back to another episode of our Working Holiday Files. We are Jin and Trish, two Singaporeans sharing our working holiday in Australia with you here on YouTube.
Yes, so today's just a short video. We just wanted to share a little bit of the things that we did when we first landed in Brisbane. So basically how we got ourselves set up with the necessary and important things that we need for the next 2 years. So starting off, I think when we landed, the first issue that we faced was the rental car, as you guys just seen. When we landed, we needed a rental car, right? Because of the amount of luggage that we had, we couldn't take public transport, so we needed a vehicle. And we booked our vehicle on trip.com. Yeah, and we chose a car company called Bargain Rentals, primarily because we originally saw that they had an option to select the vehicle that we were intending to purchase in Australia, and we sort of wanted a test drive on the vehicle, also because of the cheaper rental rates as compared to your usual international chains. And the reason for that, I think, is because their office or their pickup point was not exactly at the airport itself. They didn't have an outlet in or beside the airport terminal. So we had to sort of take a 10-minute shuttle bus to their company office, which is a little bit outside the airport. And I guess that's how they keep their rental rates a bit lower. But for us, we had a bit of trouble because their instructions were for their customers to sort of make a call to them for the shuttle to come and pick you up. But that doesn't really make sense to me because I don't see how international travelers or foreigners will have access to an Australian mobile number, or like they may not even have international calling on their mobile phone plans back home. But for us, we did. However, I think that even though we tried a lot of times, the number didn't work or the calls just didn't get through. So we were kind of like stuck at the airport for quite a while, right? Yeah, and we didn't know what to do. So Trish also tried to email them, but it took a while to respond. So
But I think luckily by
Yeah.
then some other customer had probably managed to contact them because the van came.
Yeah.
So yeah, luckily for us, I think we
Yeah,
still
so
managed to get
we
on.
just sort of like hitchhiked the other customer's
No
van.
lah.
Not really hitchhike lah, but yeah. So
Just
we
shared the
asked
van.
about it, and then the guy said, yeah, it's the same transport van, and then he helped us load our luggages on it. Unfortunately, we didn't get any footage, right? Because he seemed a bit annoyed, and we also didn't want to sort of trouble other passengers on the vehicle along with us. Yeah, and then we got to the rental car company, and they gave us a Cherry Tiggo Pro 7.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a bigger SUV than the one that we are getting. And we managed to load all our luggages up with plenty of space to spare actually. Like we just had to stack a bit here and there. Or
With
maybe
the
like
back
orientate.
seats
Yeah,
folded
with the
down.
back seats folded down. Yeah, so so after that, of course, we wanted to get ourselves set up as soon as possible. So we drove straight to Commonwealth Bank. Yeah, we wanted to set up our bank accounts as soon as possible so we can get everything else that we needed sorted. We starting with the bank account. So there's an update. Mission success. We have put all our baggage into the car.
It's like, oh my goodness.
Yes. So this is a bigger car than the one that we're gonna buy. So
Oh, I didn't zip.
we must figure a few things out. But I think so far so good. Okay, onward to our first destination, the bank in Ipswich. after a 1 hour nap for you and a 1 hour drive for me, we have arrived at our first stop. I don't know if this was where we're meant to go, but this is a sort of a mall. It's a Coles, Woolworths, and Kmart and Target. So there's a few big supermarket chains here. So a few things for us we had to do is, I think it's 5 things. So one was the bank account. So to also elaborate a bit more, the bank account that we chose to open here is with Commonwealth Bank of Australia. There's no particular reason why we chose that. I think it's just one of the easier ones to set up because we could start the application online first before we even left Singapore. And then what happens is that when you arrive in Australia, you have to visit a branch, and there's plenty of branches of the Commonwealth Bank in Australia. You just have to visit a branch and provide them with your identity documents so that they can verify and set up your accounts for you. And also, you also again need your address in Australia because they will email you your debit card. And if there are any letters that they may want to send to you, it's always at your registered address. So you do need your first address. I think you can always change it, but that's how it works lah. I think it would be similar with other banks. I think that we are aware of at least one other one.
I believe it's Westpac, if you can.
Yeah, so
that allows you to apply online.
Yeah, previously Trish also did some research and we also saw other ones, but I think Commonwealth is one of the bigger banks
It's the biggest
here.
bank in
Yeah, it's the biggest bank in Australia. So we just decided to do whatever would have been easiest lah. So subsequently, we know if we find that different accounts have better
Promotions,
terms,
rates.
terms and conditions, we may switch over. But for now, I think one bank account is enough. I think we are still really relying a lot on like Revolut and Utrip, so international payment platforms, which have been very, very useful and convenient, especially with the ability to change currencies and store currencies.
Without fees.
Yeah. So we have been able to get around quite well with Revolut and Utrip, so we don't really see an essential need for a local bank account, but eventually it will still be necessary when you start working and if your employer needs to make payments into your Australian bank account, then it is inevitable that you have to open one. So we really just wanted to get ourselves set up as soon as possible so we don't have to worry about all these things down the road. So settle the logistics in the first few weeks that we're here, and then we can have a peace of mind. Yeah. The second was to also get a local Australian mobile number, right? Because we needed a mobile phone for a lot of things that we'll be doing here in Australia, including subscription accounts, including contact details and all.
Yeah, so in Singapore, you can mostly get away with like data based apps like WhatsApp or Telegram to contact businesses for your day-to-day. But I guess in Australia, they really still do rely on SMS and calls. So there's no way you can not get around without a local number with SMS and call minutes.
Yeah, so we also had to go and look around for mobile phone plans. And unlike Asia or unlike back in Singapore, a lot of the mobile phone plans here are still quite pricey. Yeah, I'll share a bit more about what we decided to go with in a bit, but that was the second thing on our agenda. The third thing would be the health insurance. Of course, that also later on in the video I'll share about what we decided to go with. Fourth is applying for our tax filing number. So this tax filing number is essential for us to apply for jobs, right? It's like the same way as... Okay, it's not really the same way as... I was going to say CPF, but it's not a CPF lah. So it's like
It's not exactly an automatic thing, right? So you do have to have that up before you are even able to apply for jobs, because whatever it is, so they have this similar concept to CPF. It's called superannuation, where the employer also contributes a certain percentage of your salary to your super, which is to be used for retirement purposes. So kind of similar concept to CPF, but you do have to have your TFN, tax filing number.
So it's just like an identification number sort of thing here in Australia. Yeah,
Which
so
can be
that
done
is also done online
However,
via their tax website.
However,
The government tax website, yeah, sorry.
However, you need a local address for them to mail it to you as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, hence why you can only do it when you are in Australia.
I mean, technically, if you get your rental place early and you know the address, you could actually do it
if
a bit
someone is
earlier.
okay to keep your documents.
But
then-
preferably after you arrive in Australia. And of course, the last thing is, most importantly, is to get some groceries or food. As I mentioned, we are in Riverlink Mall, and they have a lot of supermarket chains, so like Coles, Woolworths, and Aldi. So we also managed to get some shopping done and get our groceries for the first few days at least. So very good. Everything was more or less settled in one place. So we are now at Target. They have appliances. I think we'll be getting minimally an air fryer as well as a rice cooker. Oh, great, it's all here. Yes, because I think with an air fryer you can cook a lot of things. Then rice is our base that we eat. So yeah, price is pretty okay, I guess. It's like $39 for a 2-liter air fryer.
Ooh,
So we have to move on to Kmart to do some price comparisons of the things that we want. Yeah, so she has been looking. It's 150. So we saw this at the Coles and it was like $5. $4. Yeah, so it's important to do price comparisons of the things that you need. Yeah. So we also see for our appliances and other things that we may need, including storage containers, maybe big baskets and all. I think it'll be cheaper here in Kmart, so yep, we'll get our stuff. We have found our rice cooker. It's a 3-cup rice cooker, space saving. Although, funny thing is that this is bigger than the 5-cup rice cooker, which is this. But I think we prefer the one in the lid rather than glass. So we'll probably get this. Look at our haul. Okay lah, it's not a lot of things, but we have found most of what we need from Kmart for now. Haven't gotten the air fryer because we couldn't find the one that we wanted, and maybe we'll check out other places as well. But we do have our rice cooker, so that's a good thing. So after spending the day at the mall, we returned back to our accommodation where we spent our evening digging into mobile phone plans and personal insurance. And I think that we are very blessed to be in the age of AI because we really relied a lot on it to help us both research and do comparisons for a lot of the things that we wanted or needed. So with the help of AI, I came across this mobile service provider, C Mobile, which offered a much larger price range of available SIM-only plans which tapped into the major mobile network chains infrastructure, so such as Vodafone, Telstra, etc. And their plans were a fraction of those being offered by the major chains themselves. So of course we signed up for the more affordable options, and this is also on top of us retaining our Singapore mobile plans, which come with a few gigabytes of international roaming a month. So we can toggle between the allowances of our two plans here in Australia to maximize the money that we spend for our mobile phone plans. Separately, as for our health insurance, because we are on a specific working holiday visa, we needed to find insurance which caters to individuals like us. So your ordinary health or life insurance policy would not be suitable or valid for us while on working holiday, as it's only usually for permanent residents or citizens of Australia. So likewise, with the use of some AI, we came across NIB, which offered an option for coverage for couples at a reasonable pricing. So we went ahead to get an insurance policy for the both of us as a couple. And we know that also other companies like Bupa, Medibank or Allianz, which do offer their own versions of such insurance. So for this, I think that you guys should check out their coverage details by yourselves to compare between what is offered to best determine what suits your risk appetite or needs, or what coverage that you guys may particularly be looking out for. Yeah. So that's pretty much the first, I think, 2 or 3 days that we were here, what we actually did. So not much in terms of exciting content, but for those of you who are trying to learn what we are doing as well, I hope it'll be good reference for you guys. And then subsequently, and I'll be very excited for the next video, right? Because in a few days' time, Luna will be coming, and then we're gonna be picking her up, and I'm very, very excited to see her again.
Yeah, I miss her so much.
Yeah. So we have been informed by the pet transport company of her flight details and her flight number. She's flying Virgin Australia Airlines domestically. I'm not sure whether the airline is good or not, but I mean, she'll still be in the cargo hold anyway, and then we'll pick her up in the evening over one of the next few days. Yeah, and so thank you guys for watching as usual. Please like, share, and subscribe if you wish to, and see you guys at the next one. Caught her in the act of shopping the first thing we come here, even though we already too many luggages and too many things. Must convince her not to buy anything more.